Welcome back to Gunsmith Part 3 on Hardcore. Up until now, it's not been possible to actually complete this build, but here is the final one, just in case you want a quick guide. And the reason why I say that is because you can't buy all the parts from the traders, or at least you couldn't up until this morning. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it first, which is over on Ref, but there are some other ways, so stay tuned if you don't have Ref. On Ref level 2, you go into the weapons and you find the MP5 SD. This one is right here. You've also in magazines, you've got an MP5 9x19 50 rounder drum mag, which you will also need. The combination price of this is 5 GP coins plus 46 for 51. Ref's first quest, that is not the unlock quest, is called Easy Money Part 1 and gives you 52 GP coins. So once you get to Ref 2, you can complete this without moving any GP coins over at all. Back to Ref then, this build is going to work straight out the gate, so long as you put on the MP5 magazine. The only things that you might want to consider doing is taking off the EXP30 because you don't actually need this. Same with the mount, and for the light you have a debal on here, which is quite a good one, and you can swap that over for a TBL laser if you want and keep the debal. Other than that, that's literally all you have to do. As you can see in my stash, this is the equivalent that I've made. All I did was I put the TBL underneath, took the debal off and took off the sight. Now there are a few other ways to get an MP5 SD. One of them is from Mechanic. There's a Mechanic 1 barter, which is here, and that's a cyclone, a magnet and a Nixel lens. The issue that you have with this is you can't buy this B&T tri-rail ring mount. This is only on level 2 traders, and it's at Peacekeeper 2 for a purchase, or it's on Mechanic 2 for a barter. Given you can't buy this, you're going to have to find the B&T tri-rail ring mount. If you do find that, then you can complete it with Mechanic 1, obviously assuming that you also find one of these 50 rounders as well. The 50 rounder, if you're not using Ref, can be found on Mechanic 2, and it can also be found on Peacekeeper 2. There's a barter for both of them. Peacekeeper's one is a fuel conditioner, Mechanic's one is 3 wires, which is much more preferable. The other way to do this, without buying an MP5 SD specifically, is with Peacekeeper 1. If you go and buy an actual MP5, because you can't buy the MP5 SD from Peacekeeper until you've completed Tiger Safari, if you go and edit the build, you can actually make this using Peacekeeper 2 parts without having the specific build there. So it is a regular MP5 9x19 Navy 3-round burst weapon as the base. You put the MP5 SD upper receiver on. Inside that, you put on the MP5 SD sound suppressor. And around that, you put the MP5 SD polymer handguard. Put the stock back on, whichever one you had. And then from here, it's just exactly the same case of adding the MP5 drum mag, the SD tri-rail ring mount, and then underneath that, the blue laser. So those are the couple of ways to go about it. A bit harder in hardcore, and they've only just made it easier because Ref has been released. Unfortunately, at the moment, we can't get access to Peacekeeper or Mechanic, so you're kind of stuck because there's no way to get the tri-rail ring mount or the MP5 50 rounder. The only other way that you can get this is maybe killing raiders or rogues and hoping that they've got an MP5 SD, but it is quite rare. So unless you get lucky, you're probably not going to be able to finish this one without Ref until Peacekeeper or Mechanic are unlocked at level 2. And with that, we'll move on to Gunsmith Part 4.